The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over, expecting a different result. So if I apply this definition to the way I've been thinking about Apex and my mindset about Apex for the past couple of months, then I would say I've been insane. Let me know if you guys could actually relate to this, right? Every single time Respawn drops a new season, we all have really big expectations. We all really want to see certain changes being made. And when Respawn doesn't make those very specific changes that we want to see, we all get disappointed, we all get upset, and we just are not very happy about the state of Apex. That's been me and pretty much a lot of players as well ever since Apex came out. We all want to see very specific things in this game, and when Respawn does their own thing, we get upset, we get disappointed, and we start to rant about Apex being a difficult game to enjoy. But I've realized some things recently, guys. I've kind of been thinking about Apex and just trying to understand why Apex is such a good game at the core, and to me Apex is the most fun BR, but for some reason we always find some huge issue about this game. And if we all find so much issues in Apex, then we're bound to find even more issues in different games out there. So here's what I said in my community post, right? This was 2 days ago. I have given up on trying to make Apex Legends what it's not meant to be. While I might want things to change, I'm just gonna enjoy the game for what it is. I'm going to be talking more about what I meant by that in today's video, so if you guys do happen to enjoy, as always, drop a like on the video. A like goes a very long way on YouTube, as I always say in every single one of my videos. And of course, when you hit the like button on my channel, guys, you have extra luck in your next Apex pack. Trust me, it works. So what do I mean when I say I have given up on Apex? The first thing that comes to mind is me trying to leave Apex or quit Apex or thinking Apex is a bad game, but it's actually quite the opposite. I have given up on trying to make Apex the game that I want it to be. Because let's face it, guys, we all have different visions of what we want Apex to look like, how we want Apex to play, what we want Apex to be balanced like, and to be honest, while we might have some very good ideas in the long run, Respawn for the most part is going to do whatever they want to do most of the time. So I think it's time for us to quit this cycle of always expecting certain changes, and when those changes don't come, we get upset. That cycle needs to end. That cycle needs to be broken for many reasons, because we won't really fully enjoy this game unless we just play it for what it is. No, when there's a very big bug in Apex or Respawn does something just completely terrible, then of course then we should voice our opinions and tell the Respawn that we want to see change. That's a given. But outside of a really big bug or a game breaking glitch or serious balancing issues, expecting Respawn to always think the way we think is just basically setting ourselves up for failure, which isn't a very good feeling at all. One of the main reasons this is because Respawn of course has their own design philosophy. They have the exact way that they want to see Apex, and of course because they are the devs, they make this game, they most likely will stick to their own design philosophy all of the time. They all want Legends to perform a certain way, they want Legends to be in certain places in the meta, and we can't really influence Respawn too much unless it's a very as I said, a very game breaking or obvious balancing issue. So in terms of Legends, in terms of weapons, in terms of maps and map changes, Respawn is going to follow their own intuition and do what they want to do, because they have their own design philosophy of what they want Apex to look like. And while I've seen so many good ideas in my comment section, guys, some of you really could be some game devs, because you have really good and positive ideas to make this game improve, and you should always give your ideas to Respawn as well. Don't stop giving your ideas, but at the end of the day, expecting to see your idea come to fruition or expecting to see Respawn make changes based on what you want to see alone isn't a very good way to go about it. A second reason why Apex most likely will never be 100% the game we want it to be is because Respawn mostly caters to the casuals in this game. And it's not just Apex, it's Apex, Warzone, Fortnite, basically every single game out, guys. They want to cater to the casuals because the casuals make up the biggest fan base. A lot of us who watch YouTube videos and make comments on what we want to see improve in Apex, we belong to a very different category of player compared to the casual players. And as I said, right, because the casual players make up such a bulk of Apex's fan base right now and player base, Respawn is going to make decisions that mostly benefit them, so they're going to keep the casual players and do things that are in their best interest. For example, the Spitfire buff in Season 8. Before Season 8, the Spitfire was already a very strong gun. The only reason why Respawn buffed the Spitfire in Season 8 was to attract new players to the game and help the casual players out. And that's a fact. But if you're in skill-based matchmaking lobbies and everyone is using a Spitfire on their team and they have like 3 KDs and up, it's going to be a much different kind of game compared to like a 0.5 KD lobby. So basically that's what I'm trying to say right now. Respawn is going to like do stuff and make decisions that best benefit the majority of players in this game, and that just so happens to be the casual players. And I also want to mention one more thing in this video, guys, and this is that EA as well as Respawn, they know what's best for Apex and they know what to do to really make Apex grow and become a much more successful game. While we have ideas and we want to see Apex do certain things, we don't really understand the business of Apex, like the numbers behind Apex as well, and this is where EA and Respawn come into play. Fresh off of Season 6, Apex was actually in a very bad spot in terms of viewers, in terms of players as well. It was basically at an all-time low. But for some reason, Respawn introduced Season 7 and the game just completely turned around. We had more players playing than ever before. We have more viewers on Twitch. It's actually a very successful game on Twitch right now. Like, Apex is, I would say, up there with Fortnite and Warzone consistently, and this definitely wasn't the case like 5 or 6 months ago. So we can all say that Apex is this and Apex is that, and Apex needs to change, and the meta in this game right now is broken, and this gun is OP, and this legend is OP as well. The fact of the matter remains that EA and Respawn are actually making some very positive steps to grow Apex in the long run, which to me is a lot more important than our short-term enjoyment. Respawn and EA are going to make decisions based on growth and based on success, and when Apex grows, guys, trust me, that will benefit us the most because they'll have more resources towards Apex, more funding as well, which means better content, which means more content, which means a better game overall. So yeah, I have given up on Apex and trying to make Apex what I want it to be. It's going to be very difficult to do because I'm very opinion based, and I like to give you guys my opinions, and I like to also offer up my advice and what I want to see change, and I most likely will still make those videos. But in terms of me personally getting upset because Apex isn't the way I want it to be, I'm gonna try my very best to stop doing that and stop having all these very high expectations of what I want to see Respawn do in upcoming seasons and in upcoming patches as well. So this actually was not a negative video at all, guys. The title may have looked negative, but it was actually kind of positive. So yeah, with that said, guys, I hope you enjoyed as always. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. I read every single comment, and drop a like and subscribe if you're new. Again, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in some more Apex. Till next time.